Talking all crazy to me, I knock your teeth out. We really power range, my nigga, we keep the heat out. My gangsta be on gangsta, my nigga, that's what we be bout. If it be a problem, my nigga, my hooters tweak out. We let it ring, yeah, we let it ring. It blow like Whitney Houston when we make it sing. We let it ring, yeah, we let it ring. It blow like Whitney Houston when we make it sing. It's RapSTARR, so I rep my set. I fade you niggas like I do a bet. I'm fouled out, so I keep a tech. I bagged your bitch off the internet. I keep it gully cause I'm ignorant. I don't give a fuck cause I'm celibate. The head I get be intelligent. I'm star 100, you not relevant. Fuck the blockers and them goaltenders. I'm really in the field with the chicken tenders. I be whipping up, call me Butterfingers. They be talking credit, ain't no credit line. These the type of diamonds got them glowing blind. Just like some Jamaicans, all I do is grind. We be on go, fuck a stop sign. We be on ghost, fuck a stop sign. Talking all crazy to me, I knock your teeth out. We really power rangers, my nigga, we keep the heat out. My gangsta be on gangsta, my nigga, that's what we be bout. If it be a problem, my nigga, my hooters tweak out. Talking all crazy to me, I knock your teeth out. We really power rangers, my nigga, we keep the heat out. My gangsta be on gangsta, my nigga, that's what we be bout. If it be a problem, my nigga, my hooters tweak out. We let it ring, yeah, we let it ring. It blow like Whitney Houston when we make it sing. We let it ring, yeah, we let it ring. It blow like Whitney Houston when we make it sing. Diarrhea shitting with no laxative. I'm making money moves that be lucrative. You think you on my level, that's a negative. We pull a plunger out when beef is clogged up. We be going in, you'll get sauced up. Just like some pizza dough, you'll get tossed up. I nicky every broad, keep them dialed up. It's crowded on my neck, my ice be piled up. I get it, so I went and bought the Megatron. Blowing on some shit like this.
Let's go, let's go. Snacks. Where that? Thirsty Thirsdayz. Sleep, snore on me. I don't give a fuck, no. Heat, more on me. Instead they clip chuck. Who gives a fuck about $1 when it's coming in?
Power to my people got power. Power to my people got power. Power to my people got power. My people got power. The whole world is ours. Roll call. Boricuas, morenos, nativos, lo Chicano, Mexicano, or the Latinos. You know I do it for my black and brown hermanos. So let's shout it all the way to the Sao Paulo. Power to my people have power. Every other day we taking a hater shower. From the race.
Are you an unsigned artist ready to take your talent to the next level? I'm here to connect unsigned talent with the world on Thirsty Thirsdayz Unsigned podcast. From Facebook to TikTok, YouTube to Spotify, and now Roku, Fire, and Apple TV apps. We're lighting up every platform. And now it's your time to shine. Get discovered, go viral, and make your mark in the industry. What are you waiting for? Book your interview now and join the movement. Thirsty Thirsdayz Unsigned podcast is where unsigned talent becomes unforgettable. DM us to get started. Your time is now. Let's make it happen.
You know, I wanna make an anthem. Okay. Like, remember when rappers had anthems? Yeah, I remember. I wanna create or recreate that move. Okay. Something like, kick that. Power to my people, cause my people got power. Power to my people, cause my people got power. Power to my people, cause my people got power. My people got power. The whole world is ours. Power to my people got power. Power to my people got power. Power to my people got power. My people got power. The whole world is ours. Roll call. Boricuas, morenos, nativos, lo chicano, mexicano, or the Latinos. You know I do it for my black and brown hermanos. So let's shout it all the way to the Sao Paulo. Power to my people have power. Every other day we taking a hater shower. From the racist to hypocrites, the punk cowards. We don't die, we multiply by the hour. Go ahead, do it again, pump your fist. It's time to show these what it is. So tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend. Come in. They're straight the number, so let's handle biz. The revolution will be televised, eyes wide, no TV gas. First person narrative, the cameraman just right outside. Soldiers, all information marching in a perfect line. My people so extraordinary, so resilient. Divided in every sense, so brilliant. I ain't down with that. You ain't down with that. This make me win a buck. Salute to the youth of now. Juries are fighting for that justice. No way you get touched this. No way you get hushed this. Governments all corrupted. It's the R to the A to the P, SCA to the all times 2. I'm fighting for you, and you. Power to my people got power. Power to my people got power. Power to my people got power. My people got power. The whole world is ours. All for one, or just one for all. Together we stand, divided we fall. You ain't down with the cause, then go get your hike on. I'm Huey P. Newton with a Pittsburgh fitted on. Afro Boricua, I'm way strong. I'm Shasha Yemenis with a bulletproof vest on. This is for my gente, the show, our better day. Strive for greatness, let nothing get in your way. Wanna buy some land, wanna buy an estate. This financial growth, homie, it starts today. We the blacks, we the reds, we the browns, say it we loud. Power to my people got power. Power to my people got power. Power to my people got power. My people got power. The whole world is ours. Power to my people got power. Power to my people got power. Power to my people got power. My people.
What's good, everybody? I'm about to say, where you go? What's good, everybody? Yeah, I need people to start hitting me up. I can't hit y'all back right now, man. I'm doing something. Y'all know I'm doing. Y'all know I'm live. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all gonna have to save them questions and all that. Any questions that need to be answered should have asked me a long time ago. Don't wait till I'm live on here with the brother to start asking me crazy questions. Thirsty Thursdayz Unsigned. Look it up. We everywhere. Hashtag it. I'm on my timeline. I'm on Facebook. If you hit me up on Facebook, you should be able to find me on Facebook. But what's good, everybody? Welcome to another dope-ass episode of Thirsty Thursdayz, the spin-off Freaky Fridays with your host, the one and only tall, skinny, and bony. Would it be like homie Freaky Deek, a.k.a. that motherfucking Slacks and shit. Always bringing you the dope-ass unsigned motherfucking talent from across the globe, man. I got a homie up in here, RapSTARR. Thanks for joining us this evening, man. I was having a little technical difficulties and shit. We supposed to be live at 8 but we here, man. How you doing, man? How you doing tonight?
Oh, man, I'm beautiful, man. Today's my 34th birthday, so you know I'm up here. Appreciate it. Up here live, man. High to the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
You said you right and ready for Thirsty Thursday, spin on Freaky Fridays and shit, man.
Dead ass,
we
man.
Up with that smoking shit, you know what I mean?
Oh, man.
That groove going on. So tell us a little bit about yourself, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Where you from? And a little bit about that song that just went off.
Okay. I'm RapSTARR, aka Hurricane Cam. Hurricane Cam is like my alter ego. That's like my Slim Shady to my Eminem, you know what I'm saying? I'm from Pittsburgh, PA, East Coast. You know what it is, man. You know, and that song right there, I released that 3 years today. I released that on my birthday, 3 years today. Power to my people. And you know, I'm a hip hop artist, you know. I don't even though my name is RapSTARR, I'm a hip hop artist, you know. So I make music for the black and brown and indigenous people of America. So I like to uplift my brothers and sisters, you know, through history and through, you know, self love, self awareness, you know, and within that music is called Proud to My People. So, you know, I'm want to give them that positive energy within the music that, you know, you don't really hear too much today of. Back in the early 90s and the early 2000s, you would get that, you know, that same positive message. And, you know, I had fun with that record. Shout out to David Metropolitus. You know, he produced a record, and I just wanted to put something out there, you know, every day on my birthday to where I'm like, you know what? This is my birthday. I want to show something that says life, something that says progression of our people. And I wrote this record and I recorded and released it every day on, like, it's literally playing every day on my birthday. So it's a blessing to have that record.
That's what's up. That's what's up. You know, more dope than creating something and being proud of it. You know,
Yeah.
what I mean, being proud of that creation. Man, that's what's up. So let me ask you, what inspired you to start rapping? You know, what I mean, how did your journey begin? You know, what I mean, with music and shit, particularly rapping.
Well, I always grew up around music, period. Like music is a big part of my life. Like my grandparents listen to music, my father, my mother, my sister, you know, everybody was just banging music. But it took a turn. My mom, she actually worked in radio. When I was a kid, she worked in two radio stations actually. Um, she also worked for WQED. If you don't know what WQED is, that's the program that brought you Mr. Rogers, you know, back in the day.
No.
So, and I met Mr. Rogers. Actually, I was on the elevator. My mom was at work, and she, you know, she was on the elevator. Mr. Rogers popped up on there, and she said he held me for like a couple of seconds. You know what I'm saying? So I got held by Mr. Rogers. It's crazy, yo.
Man,
And if
what,
anybody don't know, Mr. Rogers, the setting of Mr. Rogers is right here in Pittsburgh. Like the whole trolley and everything like that. We don't have trolleys now, but you could still see certain parts in Pittsburgh where they have the trolley train tracks going through different parts
they
of the
got the
city and everything. Yeah, so you know it's modernized now, complete modernized. You'll see a lift truck before you see, you know, a trolley. But just my mom being
yeah.
being in that my mom worked in radio and worked in the media, that kind of gave me an inside nudge to it. And excuse me, my father, he was like a bigger influence because um early on my dad would bang, you know, classic hip hop records. You know, at that time they were classic, but at that time they were a little bit new. So we talking about, like I said, I'm 34, I'm a 90s baby, you know what I'm saying? 90s baby, born in 91. So, you
No doubt.
know, imagine riding shotgun with your dad in 96, 97. You were about 5'6" and everything like that. And he got the Cadillac bumper, you riding shotgun. He got the wood grain on the dash. He got the leather seats and the belt. It's summertime. It's like 90 something degrees outside. You got the seatbelt. You put your seatbelt on. You burn yourself with the leather and the little strap and everything like that. Like it's just that perfect 90s setting. And imagine him banging, you know, LL Cool J, which is one of my biggest influences, but banging LL Cool J, banging Nas, banging Shine, banging
Listen,
uh uh all the classic, like just all the classic Bone Thugs and Harmony. You know, me and him, I
yeah,
just came from my parents today. So my dad, while me and him, you know, we with the peace pipe back and forth, we listening to 50 Cent, we listening to Nas, we listening to, you know, Kendrick, old school Kendrick Lamar and everything like that. We listen to that classic hip hop, you know, vibe. So growing up through all of that, that's what kind of made me who I am now. How it kicked off was I remember going with my grandmother. She would go to the senior citizens place, and I would be sitting in the little game room. They had like this big widescreen TV, and I would watch TRL on what is it? I think it was like Mad TV. No, not Mad TV. It was like MTV, and they had TRL with Carson Daly on it. And I remember when they first debuted the D12 song "Blue and Yellow Purple Pills." I don't know if you remember that joint. that Eminem joint. I've been to many places. I seen so many faces, but nothing compares to these blue and yellow, purple, cool corns like my mom with a couple of, So when I seen that video, I, I was like, yo, who is that? And after that, I became like a huge Eminem fan. And right
Yeah.
around that time, a few years after that, 50 Cent and G Unit got signed to Shady Aftermath. So when I did when I found out 50 got signed to Shady Aftermath, honestly, that was like it. So it's like Eminem is the reason why I started rapping. 50 Cent and G Unit is the reason why I got serious into it, and I started buying the G Unit mixtapes. I started buying the CDs with the instrumentals on it, like Dr. Dre instrumentals, Eminem instrumentals, Timberland instrumentals, 50 Cent G Unit instrumentals, Mobb Deep instrumentals. And as I'm listening to these instrumentals, I'm learning how to write 16 bars. I'm learning how to write in verses, because I'm like, okay, this is where they start rapping. This is where they stop rapping at. This is what a chorus is. So I'm going to start rapping in this part. So I taught myself how to write in a song format. And I started getting good when I started doing remixes to other songs. And that's how I actually started practicing and writing my actual own songs. So ever since then, around like maybe 2002, between 2001 and 2003 was around the time where I was like, this is what I want to do seriously, for real, for real.
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
What's up? So let me ask you, how would you describe your sound, and what makes it unique?
Classic hip hop. It's unique because don't nobody sound like me. Everybody sound, I stick to my geographical area. I'm from Pittsburgh, PA, that's East Coast. So I have an East Coast style. I don't try to sound like I'm from Chicago. I don't try to sound like I'm from Atlanta. I don't try to look like anybody. I still wear baggy jeans and Timberland boots. You know what I'm saying? I can't wear skinny jeans. I can't do none of that stuff. I just, I like to bop to my own tune. That's just me. I can't say I'm the best hip hop artist out there and all my records sound like everybody else. Like, I don't understand. It's just everybody, it's that cookie cutter mentality. It's like, well, because the top favorite artists here got dreads and tattoos, face tattoos and all of that, I'm gonna get that. It's like how to be a starter rapper in 2025. You know what I'm saying? It's like back in the 80s, you had your Kangol and your gold chain and everything like that, and your Adidas's and everything. In the 90s and the early 2000s, all you needed was, baggy jeans and Timberland boots and a skull cap. Early 2000s, you need a do-rag and a fitted. Now it's just you need some locks with different colors in it, face tattoos, skinny jeans, the Nike slides with the socks on it and everything like that, and you'll look the part of a rapper from this era.
Yeah,
I don't want to be, I just don't want to, I don't want to have that style, and I have my own style, and it's old school. You know what I'm saying? And it works for me. Not everybody could pull it off. Like, I'm pretty sure if there was people today who tried to dress like me, they would look like a parody of the 90s. But me, I dress 90s. I never left that era. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
yeah, you of that era.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah, yeah.
That era. Fuck this.
Yeah, my era. Like, even though I was like, even though I was a baby, it's like me and my wife, we have this conversation all the time. So my wife, she's older than me.
Yeah.
So she was a teen in the 90s.
Okay.
She was already a mom in the 90s. But me, I was a baby in the 90s. And I said, but see, that's where I said baby. I'm a 90s baby. Man, hey, yo. Yeah. Me and my stepchildren, me and my stepchildren are the same age. Yes, we are.
Yes, I had to ask the question. You said she was a parent. I'm like, no, I ain't gonna act like I ain't hearing that shit.
No. My stepchildren, yes, me and my stepchildren are around the same age. Yes. So, but it's it's crazy. But it's like, I be telling people, I say, you as a 90s teen, you got to experience the 90s as a young adult. So I was like, so when I talk about certain TV shows or certain things that we experienced, you probably didn't pay attention to it that much because you was already almost to adulthood, tending to your children, your education, knowing how to, doing this, that, and the third. I said, that's why being a 90s baby is special because we got to experience things early on and exorbitant. We are the first generation actually to have social media. The 90s babies, we had MySpace. Before MySpace, it was AOL, instant chat messaging. The thing, you got mail. You know what I'm saying? It was our generation who sparked that off of that.
You staying on business, okay?
So yeah, I'm like, we 90s babies. I was like, we built a little different, especially the 90s baby that was early 90s, because we still carry that OG mentality. You know what I'm saying? That's why, me and my wife, we get along because I'm more mature for my age. I'm 34, but I should at least be 54 in my mind.
Yeah, okay, I hear you. Because what the era I come from, we the original OGs that created y'all 90s.
Oh yeah, but see y'all birthed us. Y'all see, that's where we got it from. We got it from the 80s. We got it from the 80s. That's why we still like,
right before the 80s. Like I'm 79. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still you still gonna call me 80s. Fuck that shit.
But see, that's what I said. But that's what I'm saying. I said, y'all, we came from y'all. You know what I'm saying? Yo, we came every time I see somebody who's 80s and 70s babies, I say, you know what? I like to thank y'all for busting a nut to have us come into the world. I appreciate that. If it wasn't for you busting a nut, we wouldn't be here.
Crazy.
So that's just how I feel. I get props where props is due.
No doubt, as you should. So let me ask you. As far as hip hop, what does it mean to you personally?
Hip hop is life, man. The way you think, breathe, feel, eat, sleep. Like hip hop is not just a genre of music. It's literally a culture. You know what I'm saying? I know we seen all of these debates going on about who originated hip hop. We basically have three groups of people that started and really like created what we know hip hop, and that was the so-called American Black African Americans, quote unquote, the Jamaicans and Puerto Ricans. These are three groups that actually helped create the culture we call hip hop. And all these kids, they were from the Bronx, New York, and they brought a little flavor to what they had. Imagine you and your homies say, you know what we're going to do? We're going to match. We're going to have a smoking session and we're going to match. You get it from your connects, you get it from your connect, you get it from your connect. Assuming y'all don't all have the same connects. So y'all might bring a little different, in the cipher. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what the Jamaicans, Puerto Ricans, and the African Americans, they did. They came together and created a culture called hip hop. And from that, hip hop was one of the ones that actually growing up, it was Afrocentric when I was coming up. So in the 90s, hip hop had more of a pridefulness about being black and about being who you are. We had that, even in certain like R&B records, if you remember Sounds of Blackness, growing up, that was like a big group. Sounds of Blackness was teaching positivity towards, the people who were melanin skin. They had songs that was dedicated to like things like Kwanzaa and slavery and different things about to try to, cleanse everything. And that's what I want in my music. So in hip hop, I say it's an autobiography as far as me with the pen. I write my own joints. So it's an autobiography about not only my life, but the world that I see. Because I tell everybody, it's like I'm living in a big tent, because every time I walk outside my door, it's like a clown. I see clowns. It's like a circus. Democrats and Republicans running around. You got elephants and donkeys running around. Like it's crazy. A bunch of clowns everywhere. It's like I'm in a circus now.
Wow, this world
You can't make this shit up.
right now. So as far as your creative process, man,
Mhm.
and I definitely agree with you on that. Do you freestyle? Do you write, or do you do both?
I used to. I lost like I kind of like lost my touch in the freestyling. I used to be like real like I used to do it all the time, but because I got to the pen and pad a lot more, because that's where I express myself more. Because I'm a writer. Like even away from writing, when I was in college, I knew that you had an option between multiple choice questions, pick A, B, C, D, E, F, G, or you can have this option, write a summary, write a statement, write a paragraph, write something about this specific, topic. And I was always good at expressing myself with the pen and the pad in my mind, in my hand, and it's just flowing. So I'm more connected to the pen and pad than I am freestyling. But freestyling, that's where I got my roots from. So I don't do it like often, but I kind of do it just to keep myself like afloat when it gets to it. So shit, give me one sec. I just seen that my headphones is about to die. Give me one sec.
Yeah, no problem.
Pop this shit in.
Everybody that's tuning in, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all enjoying the interview thus far and shit, you know what I mean? Y'all already know what it is. It's your girl Snacks and shit and rap motherfucking star in the building. Got Pittsburgh in the building. I think you probably the first artist from Pittsburgh and shit, man. If I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah,
So
that's what's up. Man,
definitely an honor to have you on the platform.
we definitely,
shit, man. You know what I mean?
we definitely have we definitely have a lot of talent here. It's just it's not like flourishing a lot. You know what I'm saying? So we literally had like 3 big artists from here. One of them is the Mailman. You ever heard of the Mailman?
The Mailman? Nah.
Yeah. The Mailman, he used to roll with Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg. He was signed to Death Row back in the day.
That sounds familiar. There's so many artists.
Yeah. I think he actually worked on Dre's album, Dre 2001. I think if you actually have the actual CD and you flip the CD on the back and you see Dr. Dre in the studio with one other person, I think that other person that's in the studio in the picture is Mailman. He's from Pittsburgh too. That's one. Wiz Khalifa. And then you have Mac Miller, who passed away a while ago.
Okay.
Yeah, we had Jimmy Wapo too.
Yeah, Mac Miller, my people's he always be playing them in the restaurant. One of these restaurants I do business with, he always playing Mac Miller and shit. Like, nah, Mac Miller, the shit, man. You know this nigga? You ever listen to him before? Same thing and shit. So like I said, I if I hear artists, I'll be like, yo, who is that? It's just so many artists out now. Compared to how like you said, you're a '90s baby, growing up back then. It was a group of artists here, a group of artists there. You know what I mean? New York was basically the rap scene for the most part back then. Before South Master P and all them came and start busting ass a little, start busting ass shit. Then it got crazy.
I was just telling my dad earlier tonight. I was like, it's crazy. I said, each decade, if you go, I say you could see what area dominated music at that time. So I was like, so in the early, the late, what is it? That late 80s when it first began. I see it was New York. New York started the shit. All the way up until then, I say New York had it. Then right after that, the West Coast got it. We're talking about late 80s all the way to the 90s. Then between the 90s, you had East Coast coming back again in the early 2000s, but that was not before you had people like Master P. Because, like Master P, he was the one that got Snoop Dogg right, right after the Death Row stuff. He's the one that actually got 50 Cent his first tours, you know. So
Yeah, big fact.
you know, so it's like, you know, each region, they definitely, you know, had a hand in all the things that goes into being a culture in hip hop, you know. I just love this culture. It's crazy how it's like 50, it's 50, like 50, it's about to be 52 years old this year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely, man. Yeah, 52. Right.
I actually got a record coming out called Happy Birthday Hip Hop.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's not released yet. I'm actually on the finishing stages of finalizing the masters. And once it gets mastered, I'm gonna release that. It's a banger, man. Like I'm telling you, this is the type.
You gonna do?
What'd you say?
You gonna? I said you gonna do a visual for it?
Most def.
A video.
I'm gonna do a visual video for it because I already got the idea of how I have it. Like in the actual song, it's imagery. So as I'm rapping, you can think in like literally visual, like everything that I'm about to say to you. So everything that I'm saying to you, you can actually see it in your mind what's going on from like the time it starts from the time it starts off. Because it's just like I'm that type of rapper. I want to have imagery. I want to have, you know, paint a picture for you of what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. I definitely feel you on that. Definitely, yeah, paint the picture and shit. You know, yeah, that's that. I mean, that you know, you got it. Once you got a dope concept, man, it's definitely ear catching to the point where it's though, man. Once you do put an actual visual to it, it's really gonna be like, especially if it's what people visualize too. You're like, damn, that's what I was kind of thinking too, and shit. You know what I mean? Then it really hit, man. Then it really hit. As far as can you walk us through like your as far as inspiration and shit? Like, do you get your lyrics? As far as your lyrics and your storytelling and shit, like where do you find inspiration?
I come up with these scenarios, you know, certain things that happen. Like with Power to My People, I just wanted my first record professionally out to be, you know, positive, you know, being that I have a bachelor's in history, specialized in African American, Latino, and Native American history. I'm mixed with all three. So why wouldn't I have something that's a part of me and a part of my music? So when I came out with Power to My People, that was basically, you know, saying, you know, this is an anthem for the Black and brown people, from people like me. I have a song called 1990-ish. It's actually my top, like it's actually my biggest record out right now. It's been winning like radio awards. It's been killing the charts in New York City and everything like that. Like it's crazy. And a lot of it has to do with the beats, like the beat selection that I have. So when I go and I find these certain beats that I have and I get and I buy them, and I'm like, okay, I know what this beat is saying to me, so I'm gonna go that direction. I know what this beat is trying to tell me, so I'm gonna go in this direction. And like I said, I come up with concept records too all the time. I don't just write songs just to write them. I come up with a concept to it, you know, and that makes it a little bit better because when I know where I'm going, I know where I'm hitting. I don't have to stop and be like wondering, you know, well, where am I going? Well, I already know where I'm going with this record. Just keep following the road. And then I just put the pen and pad down and I'll write. Maybe sometimes if I'm frustrated, I'll write about 3 to 5 verses for one song, and all of them could be different with different moves, different topics. And then I got to pick one to see which one goes. But that's like a rare occasion when I just don't know what to do with a beat, when I don't have no direction. And I'll write about 4 or 5 verses with different moves and different, you know, topics to it and see what fits and everything.
No doubt. Since we talking about that song, why don't we jump into
it? 1990.
Yeah, it's RapSTARR, East Side, Pittsburgh, established February 7th, 1991. It's such a beautiful danger. Yeah. Pendant on the chain, watch it dang go. New York bangers just made another hit. It's rap to the star on my 19 I'm in the toe tagging, murking MCs. The blues can trail us. No way I'm letting you breathe. Defecating on MCs with Napoleon complex. Regurgitate back my hot shit. Acid reflex. Legendary status. What? Hurricanes pursuing. Been rocking shows since the Black Student Unions. Rap to the store. Rocking a blue Kango. Puerto Rican pendant on the chain. Watch a dango. New York bangers just made another hit. It's rap to the store on my 1990-ish. On my 1990-ish. On my 1990-ish. On my 1990. It's rap to the store on my 1990-ish. It's fucking crazy dealing with a slum lord. Kitchen counter following why I move out the slums for. This is the suburbs why I see the subfloor. I'm a humble kids that don't wanna live here no more. Let me wanna kick in the door cause I ain't paying rent. Don't judge you niggas live with mom watching it get dick. It's been like this for years since you was a kid. Head boys begging enough to get your own crib. I see you bobbing and weaving, balls. Hey, you open your mouth like I just like you leaking. Nothing light about this MC. I'm a roughneck, I'm a fucking masterpiece. You just a rough sketch. Man, what the fuck is wrong with hip hop? Watch the dance, not the saturation of a woman's crotch. But that's cool, that's alright. Now hoes literally serious can rock the mic. Rap to the store, rocking a blue Kango. Puerto Rican pendant on the chain, watch a dango. New York bangers just made another hit. It's rap to the store on my 1990-ish. On my 1990-ish. On my 1990-ish. On my 1990. It's rap to the store on my 1990-ish. Peep this, can you follow my linguistics? Break your fast, won't hesitate to hit a bis quick. Fly, I defy the rules of gravity. Wapo, hearts up out the chest cavity. Flows like 151 mixed with Everclear, but equal bass. Fucked up like Corona, yeah. On the mic and get busy. Leave the game in your tizzy. Whole career on stay put. Kizzy, I know when I'm gone, you going to miss me. It's fucking with my level of degree. History learned from aftermath, all this Cal University. Part my French, but I get peeve at these weak MCs. Come out fine after snitching. Even lesbians ain't fucking with 6'9's position. And I'm proof, hip hop ain't a liar. Spirits of my ancestors is my only ghostwriter.
What's up? What's up? We back like we ain't never left this motherfucker, man. Y'all already know, man. Hope y'all was feeling that track and shit. RapSTAR, Pittsburgh in the building. Yeah, that 1990-ish. Feeling that track, bro. Trust me, I surprised you with that. You look like, you know what I mean? That was like my happy birthday gift to you, yo. That was my fucking gift to you, bro.
Oh, man.
Real talk. Cause you just look at your face like, oh, we're at 19 years. Play that shit. You know what I mean? Since you want to talk about it, you know what I mean? You sound proud of that.
Oh,
man. It's a dope track and shit.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah. That song is bad. That's my favorite song right now. You know, there's other songs that I got coming out. I've been also dealing with other like music in the like industry stuff, like, you know, when you have records that has like samples in it, you know, I had an agent that I was hiring to go and negotiate these deals to clear the sample. And one of the records that I had so far, it's not out yet, but I still have to get a few more samples. But the biggest sample was actually from the record company, and they gave me free of charge for the audio. They just said, you know, sent me back the papers, the documents, and everything. And it was like, you can use we'll give you the audio, but if you want visual and anything else, you got to get others that are what do you call them, other copyright forms that you got to go through and get the sample clears and everything. So that's something else I've been doing as far as music is concerned, because I don't know if any artist has ever ran into things where they are in a legal battle to where they try to like get a record and the record's not cleared from the samples and they end up getting sued and everything. A lot of artists don't think about that stuff on the back end. So it's like just with anything, you know, you come out with a record and it's been banging for 20 years. 20 years later, you get an artist who just heard your record, make a beat that kind of sounds like it is, and they remix it and it becomes a hit, and you don't see a dime from it. You know what I'm saying? So you always want to cover your bases and try to see, you know, yo, let me see if I can. My management team, shout out to Drac, Beverly Bush, Beautiful DJ Entertainment. They told me
And I see you
to
say,
download the app Shazam, and they said if you get a beat, play the beat on Shazam, and if Shazam picks it up, that means that there's a song that has been sampled from that record that you know you're going to have to clear. You know,
yeah, you right.
now there's other, now if you have a producer that is ill enough to where he can remix a record and it won't sound anything like the original, keep that. But you know,
Nigga in the chokehold, like, yo, bro,
yeah,
in a
yeah.
headlock.
So it's definitely, you
Yeah,
definitely gotta, you know, it's the music business. You know, the music is only 10% of it. The rest is 90% is also, you know, the business. So you gotta know that side too.
yeah, a big part of it is the business. The easy part is going into the studio and making music. You
That
know what I
is
mean? You could be talented. If you don't have the marketing and, you know, the great people surrounding you that's going to push for you, you know what I mean, knock down them doors that you can't do yourself as an artist, then you just really wasting your time.
word.
You know what I mean? And talent, if you really are a talented
Right.
artist, you know what I mean? You know, it's so some of these artists are good. They be dope. They be dope. They be real dope. But that be their problem. They arrogant because so many people that told them, or not even up a whole bunch of people. It might be just the people in their town that told them that they dope.
Mm.
But that's the what you been as your town. You feel what I'm saying? But just that, if they had their head so big, it's hard for them to work with other people. You know what I mean? You gotta be able to network in this
Yeah,
business. You know that. You know, you ain't
artists are weird. You know, artists are just weird. You know, there's always something weird and different between every artist. But some of the artists, like you said, some
people
of them
weird.
will give them, they'll get props.
People weird.
They'll get props from like a few people, or you know, they've been getting props for a while, and it's like it's not about really the numbers. It's about who you know. So you can say that you have 1,000 followers, but if the thousands of followers are just regular people and you have about like, I don't know, maybe 300 followers on somebody else's, but those 300s are top executive of radio station promotions, this, that, the third, you know, you got to also understand that you have to work with these people. And every artist who's arrogant like that feel like they God's gift of everybody. You know, they go to the radio stations and the interviews and they say, God blessed you with my presence. So I want you to ask me or say anything about me because I'm the shit. I'm dope. And you're lucky to be interviewing me. That's not how you do business,
Well,
son.
they would never be on this podcast.
So they
I
won't
don't even, you
they
know what I mean?
won't be on any podcast. That's why they be see,
God,
that was the thing. That was the thing about record labels back in the 90s and the early 2000s. They had what you call artist development. And what they did was when you had artists, they would groom you for certain things like how to conduct yourself in an interview. You know what I'm saying? You ain't had no weird shit like people going on an interview with ski mask on and you ask them a question and they just look at you weird for about a half an hour. You know what I'm saying? You know, I think we're spoiled because in this generation, we can go and actually see what the hell our favorite artist is doing.
big
If
thing.
I wanted to say, you know what, I want to see what Lloyd Banks is up to. Let me hop on Instagram. Let me see that. Then you go and be like, you know what? I just seen backstage video footage of Beyonce's last, you know, tour. Let me go check that out. You couldn't do that. Like what? 20 years ago, you couldn't do that.
I don't know. You could. No, you got full access to everybody now.
Right.
Especially you got the OnlyFans page. You got all these. You got. I mean, it's so many. It's an endless list of. You know, it's just of access that you can have to people now. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? But that's a good thing for artists. That's the difference between now versus um even in the '90s. You know what I mean? Like you said, we only had MySpace. We didn't have like Facebook and TikTok and Instagram and shit like that, sites like that where we can promote music
Mhm.
and or whatever it is you're doing. Motherfuckers, you know, when Instagram first started out, was Instagram models.
Right.
You know what I mean? Before it was like dances and shit like that, but then it was Instagram models and shit. You feel what I'm saying? And then it just went from
When
there.
when
You feel what I'm saying?
when I got to when I got to college, this was like 2009. So I'm using MySpace, and then I had to switch from MySpace to Facebook because that's
Mm.
how at that time everybody who was professional or had a business or some kind of, you know, things that was working out for them had Facebook professionally. So I had to switch from that. Then I go on Facebook now, and it's like Facebook is basically like a virtual Jerry Springer now. Like it's just
it's, it's the ghetto newspaper, man.
man. Sometimes
You find
I
out
really,
and
sometimes I really log
learn.
the fuck off. I don't just get off my phone. Sometimes I log the fuck off. Sometimes, like I'll be like, this shit is crazy, so I'm logging the fuck off.
I mean, you're supposed to anyway to protect your mental health. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to log off all
Uh
social
huh.
media for some. You know what I mean? That's real. That's real. That's part of keeping your sanity
Real
and shit,
shit.
man. So let me ask you a shit, yo. So how do you decide which topics or emotions to put into your music?
Repeat that one more time.
I said, how do you decide which topics or emotions to put into your music? Like when you write your music, do you write off emotions? You know what I mean? Like sometimes I get mad. I'll be in a relationship. My nigga make me mad. I be ready to kill this nigga. Instead, I go into the studio and I write something and then let them hear it because I can really
Right.
rap. So you know what I mean. I'm gonna say some shit. It's gonna be like there's gonna be dope and it's gonna make sense and it's gonna hit here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
it's a lot of it has to do with the tempo and the mood of the beat. You know what I'm saying? So, like for example, this Happy Birthday hip hop song, right? The one that I'm working on right now is going to be out by I think by the end of I'm shooting for the end of this month. But it's it has a dark tone to it. Like it's dark, but it got energy into it. And
yeah,
it's crazy to where it's like when we actually listen to the record and you could feel the excitement. You could feel me celebrating the birthday of hip hop. You know, I'm speaking to hip hop as hip hop was an actual person. You know what I'm saying? I was so when I was recording the record, I was so into it emotionally. My engineer hit me up after like a couple of days after I was recording, and he said he was trying to mix it. And as he was mixing it, there was a frequency that he could not understand where it came from. He tried to do so many things. I forgot what he said, what he did with it, but I think he isolated it and he couldn't understand where it was coming from. So when he checked the frequency, he come to find out he seen the frequency was coming from the microphone. When I was screaming into the actual microphone, my voice actually shattered the shit because I was so hyped in the studio. Like my man's was like, "Yo, you doing in the booth, man?" Like, yo, and I ain't even gonna lie, I was like DMX in that booth, man. I was like, "Hey, yo, bitch," you know, like I was going ham on that shit, man.
I mean that's who when I listened to Power of the People, that's who I kind of felt like that's what I kind of heard in the hook and
Mm-hmm.
shit. Yeah, in the beginning of this shit, I was like, oh, he got the little DMX thing
Oh
going
yeah,
on
yeah,
and shit.
yeah. I gotta. He's one of my biggest influences. Like I got five influences, and my biggest like my top five influences. This is not the top five best rappers that are alive, in my opinion. These are just top five artists that I would say helped shape me the most as being an artist. And I would say Eminem, 50 Cent / G Unit, everybody that was in G Unit, LL Cool J, DMX, and Little Kim.
Yeah.
Like those are my top influences right there. So like I'm a huge Little Kim fan. Like
All right, so which Lil Kim? The 90s Lil Kim or the 2020 something Lil Kim?
I'll say the Little Kim with the first 4 albums. So that's 96 Kim, that's 2000 Kim, that's 2003 Kim, and that's 2005 Kim. I love Kim, period. Like that's my girl. That's the queen bee. Like if I ever see Kim in person, I would literally bow before her and salute to the queen, yo. Like that's just, that's royalty right there. I grew up on the shit, so I'm like, yo,
Yeah,
but that's the Kim that I remember. The Kim from now, I can't, I don't like speaking on that because I'm just a
Kim.
fan. I'm just a fan. So, but it hurts my heart when you see the people that you revere and they going through stuff like self-hate and everything like that. Because it's like you look at Kim, how she was in the 90s and even in the early 2000s when she started making little changes and everything. She wasn't that bad even back then. But now it's
Yeah.
like, God damn, huh? Like we can't even recognize you now.
He said we can't even recognize you. I mean, for real, nah, for real. I ain't know that was when somebody was like, "That's Lil Kim right there." I was like, "Where?" I was like, man, I was like, she don't even look real. Like her face ain't look real. Her face looked like tight. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I
It's
don't know
it's
why,
it you know that people some people have low self-esteem, So
I say cheese thing, obviously.
yeah, she has low self-esteem and there's people that's like that. There's people who you probably heard people who was overweight once and they start starving themselves so they can get to the body part or the body shape that they want. And even when they do get to the body shape that they want, in their mind, when they look at their bodies in the mirror, they still see that fat person. So they still do extreme stuff to feel skinny. And that's when you have things like, anorexia and everything like that. So when you have somebody who has been in a relationship with a person who was telling them they might not be that pretty, they might not be this, that, and the third, when reality, she was that. She didn't have a strong sense of self-love back then because she wouldn't have changed herself dramatically like how she did like dramatically. So it's like she don't have that self-love back then. And I remember they said it was some guy who told her that in a relationship and everything was like, well, you should have cut him loose because if he can't value the type of person you are from the gate, because obviously he was attracted to you before. So why would he tell you to
Yeah,
change
exactly.
now?
Yeah,
That doesn't make sense. So some people got mind control over other people. And it's not right. And I'm not
they do.
saying mind control ever like hypnotize or anything like that, but sometimes people play on people's vulnerability in certain situations. And when they do that, they can make the person make situations or choose situations that they probably normally wouldn't do on their own. So you just got to be
Yeah,
careful with that because like Little Kim and so many other people who was in surgery, there was nothing wrong with them before. But somebody told them that something was wrong with them and somebody kept telling them there was something wrong with them and they listened to that person and here we go.
that part. That part. So yeah, regardless of how many people may tell a person that they look beautiful, if they don't feel that way, then
Hmm.
it's what it is. So yeah, I definitely agree
Yeah,
with that
because
right there.
you got some people that got dog faces and they be out here being the most confident motherfuckers out here. So They be the most. And,
Hey man,
and y'all know who
if you don't,
y'all know who y'all are. Don't act like y'all don't know nobody that walk around looking like George Jefferson, but got the attitude of Terry Crews. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but get this though. If you don't believe it's that goes like it goes hand in hand with being an artist too, though. You feel what I'm saying? If you don't believe you the dopest or the flyest or the you know what I mean, the cutest or the most handsomest or the most sexiest or whatever, ain't nobody else gonna believe that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just like if the same applies to art. If you don't think you're the dopest artist out there, which every artist think they are, rather it's a singer or rapper or whatever they doing. I don't give a fuck. It's a competitive
Yeah.
genre.
So
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah, it's competitive, and if because it's competitive, that means nobody should be dressing like each other. So when I walk down the street and
That
when I
change.
see one brother and the one brother look like Future off of 8 Mile, and I go around the corner and the other guy look like Future from 8 Mile, and then I go around the other corner and there's another guy that look like Future from 8 Mile, then I'll be like, so what's so special about you that I don't see in the other two people who look like Future from 8 Mile? You know what I'm saying? I remember this one dude. I remember this one dude a while back. This was on Twitter, and he was, I guess he was a rapper, and he was showing me his music. So he was telling me that he was like, yeah, man, I'm lyrical like Gucci Man. And I was like,
Oh, he
I
was.
never heard nobody refer to Gucci Man and lyrical in the same sentence. No disrespect to him, but I was like, but I'm like, when somebody says lyrical, no, but be honest.
Funny
When
as shit.
you hear of a lyrical artist, when somebody says a lyrical artist, they do not mention Gucci Man in the same sentence. No hate
Nah,
towards
I don't.
him, but it just was
Not that I can.
crazy. The fact that
Nah.
he had to say, I'm lyrical like Gucci Man, I was like, God damn, son.
Man,
Like I was like,
man.
yo, I was like, you can have that. I said, you can have that style. Like nothing wrong with that style, but I just want to make sure you know what a lyricist is, what being lyrical is, and who is a lyrical.
Yeah, you got the wrong rapper. Like you got the wrong artist.
I was like,
Real talk. So let's talk. Let me ask you a few questions about like the industry and challenges and shit or whatever. You know what I mean? How long have you been doing your the rap thing as far as pursuing it
a
seriously?
long time, like pursuing it since I was 12. Back in like what 2019, that's when I finally actually made the decision and actually go and get my music license through BMI and my publishing license through BMI and
Yeah.
get my distributor. That's when I really decided I was like, I'm tired of making mixtapes and underground records. I actually want to make music behind it. Because all those years that I had behind me, I look at it as training. I wish I did have somebody who had my knowledge that I have now to tell me the knowledge that I would want to know back then so I could be a lot
Yeah.
further. But I look at all of
Yeah.
those years as those were training years until I actually get on a platform. And now that I'm on a platform and I got my own records and my own sound and my own name and people filling my records, then I can be like, okay, cool. This is what I'm going to do permanently. So, you know, been doing it for a
Here
while.
we are. Here we are. So let me ask you, as an unsigned artist, what are your biggest challenges? What are the biggest challenges you face in the music industry?
My biggest challenge is like two. Number one is when I talk to some of these promoters, and a lot of the promoters tell me that I need to connect with the kids to make it. And it's like I'm 34. I can only speak on being in this time and age being 34. You know what I'm saying? Nobody asked 50 Cent to, yo, you got to connect with the kids. Nigga just got shot 9
Yeah.
times and he was coming out with his debut album. What kid friendly record is he going to come out with? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
A lot of-
right. So it's like, but I'm like, when Get Rich or Die Trying came, like yesterday was actually the 22-year anniversary of Get Rich or Die Trying. And that album is special to me because it released a day right before my birthday with the leading single in the club, Go Shorty, It's Your Birthday, on the album. So I play that every year. So that album was like real close to me. But these artists or the promoters, they try to steer the artist in one direction. And it's like, if I'm 34, why the hell am I making records for a 15-year-old? You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make any sense. Like, as far as like popularity goes, yes, if you go and you make songs about, I don't know, JJ the jet plane, of course you're gonna get a bigger audience on that because the topic that you're talking about. Everybody, every kid around the world who likes JJ the jet plane can actually relate to it, and you'll get bigger records, bigger sales, bigger recognition from them because it's a neutral, friendly record. But I'm like, but not all of these artists are neutral friendly. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I talk about um the stresses between the black and brown and the indigenous people of America. I say it's not always kid friendly. You know what I have to say. So that's one of my biggest things is, they're like, oh, you got to connect with the kids. You got to connect with the kids. I'm like, well, like I said, none of the artists that I grew up listening to, they didn't do kid shit. It was me being too grown. What the hell? What the hell was I listening to Uchi Wally Wally for?
That part.
What was that? What was I listening? What was I listening to Uchi Wally for? There was nothing kid friendly about that.
That's it right there. Like, hold on, where we at?
Yo,
Nick back in the day, my young ass and shit. Fuck, I spent all them motherfucking parties and shit. Young as fuck.
So I was like, that's just one challenge. A part of that also, is how to work the streaming bullshit. I remember years ago when I was in college,
that leads to my next question, because I was going to ask you next. You know, what I mean, how do you promote your music and build a fan base without label support? I mean, you would definitely need social media, like I said.
You do. And we was talking before. My TikTok has like my biggest traffic on it. I have biggest traffic. Now on my Facebook, I have more friends. I have more people who follow me than on TikTok. But a lot of my creative work comes on TikTok. So I do promotional videos. I do videos that are dedicated to hip hop, fashion. I have like I'm a hip hop model, so I'll buy like clothes that has like my favorite artists on it, and I'll do like a little dedication video, like have their music video playing in the back while I'm wearing a shirt with different angles with the pictures on it. I'll have the GIF, the GIF people, the moving pictures without the background and everything. So I might have like, let's say for example, I'll have an interview and I decide to put Ludacris song in the background in the video. And let's say I'm actually wearing the shirt of the people that I'm doing an interview with for their promotion too. I'll rock their merchandise and have their shirts on there. Or if I have Ludacris on a shirt that has like a throwback Ludacris album that I put on there with his shirt on, and I have his video, have a little GIF video of him rapping like he's actually rapping to you right when he's doing it, but you also see me doing the hip hop modeling. Like I just do all of that. All of that is my own creation. All of that is my own ideas, thought process. And it's basically like a promotional tool that I get to let people know I do got a record out. Let people know, yo, I do got another clothing line I'm rocking. I do got a new this, new that, and it just brings everybody together into one umbrella and they see what I'm doing. So with that, but I'm trying to still working out on the stream, still trying to see what's popping up with Spotify, because it's hard. You would think that back in the day, trying to get an album on the block, selling mixtapes out of your car and everything like that would be the hard part. I say this is the easiest, but the hardest way getting into the industry. It's easy to get into it because you could put out stuff.
It's easy, but it used to be easier. It has gotten because you know the masses seeing that how easy it was for a lot of people to get on just by posting something and literally just going viral overnight. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But now the shit is saturated. It's overly saturated. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody and your mama is rapping now. So now you got all these different people. That you got that's why you got so many people like you spoke of earlier, mimicking other people's styles and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
No originality. Most of them can't even fucking rap. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? A few guys, a couple artists last week I had scheduled to come on, you know, and I was like, you know, I don't allow people to come on my podcast and embarrass themselves, and then you know, I ain't the type to hurt nobody's feelings neither. But you know, what I mean, I can't play your music on my podcast. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And they be the artists that be the most aggressive, and you know what I mean. It's so desperate to get their music heard. It's like, yo, that shit sound like trash, and you sound like a robot. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's like they feel like if they got that auto tune shit on there that they gonna be on. Like you said, if they got the dreads and the tattoos and shit, they got the look. You feel what I'm
If they
saying?
would actually, here's the thing, because and they would tell you. I remember Timberland, you know, on Timberland, he has like he'll do something on TikTok and Instagram where he'll actually have people come and send him music through
Yeah,
email and he'll play it.
yeah,
And each and every time that I go on his shit and I hear him play people, every rapper that he has on there has auto-tune.
yeah.
And he says, and this
Originality.
is he says this. He says, "How can I know what type of artist you are if I can't even understand what artist you are? All you sound is a robot. I don't even know what your real voice sounds like."
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? It's because, like you said, they mimic a lot of these artists. Like I say,
No originality.
all it is no originality. So in 1990ish, I have a lot of bars, and I get this from Eminem. So what it is I have a lot of double meanings and double punches within my bars. So in 1990ish, when I say um regurgitate back my hot shit, acid reflex, and then I say uh Napoleon complex, these rappers with Napoleon complexes, right?
Yeah.
You know when somebody say a Napoleon complex, right?
Nah, I don't know. Not off the top of my head and shit, man. You know.
There's a term called when somebody has a Napoleon complex, that means they're short. Like you ever seen like a short person that got like a real bad attitude?
I
Like they
heard,
short,
I heard,
but they
I heard
short, but
the
they ready to pop off at any minute.
saying. Yeah. I got a homie like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's
Yeah.
what you call you call that the little person syndrome, or you call that the
I
Napoleon.
just call it little people syndrome. I'm like, so you got the
Yeah,
little
and,
people
and,
syndrome.
and I don't care, and I don't care. I used to have it. I'm only 5'4", but I calmed out down since I
You
smoke a
got
lot of weed.
my
I
nigga is.
I smoke a lot
He
of
got to prove he a man.
I smoke a lot of
He got to
weed.
prove he a man in everything he do. Like he the
I
man. I'm like, all right, knock your little ass down, nigga. Fuck.
I
Still
smoke
little.
I smoke a lot of weed, but I'm short. But I smoke a lot of weed, but I'm bulky. So I'm just like I look like a high ass pit bull and shit like that. Like I'm just like chill like that. But
Yeah.
when somebody says Napoleon complex, they're talking about somebody who is short, but they're ready to pop off. Like it was like, yo, calm your little ass down. So when I
They
say
sure.
these rappers,
They
right? So
sure.
when I say, yeah, so I say these rappers with Napoleon complex. When I say these rappers with Napoleon complex, I'm talking about almost every one of these little niggas that got the Lil in front of their name. Lil Zane, Lil Wayne, Lil Wayne. I mean, not like them, but I'm like all of these new artists that be like, my name is Lil Xan, or my name is Lil Pillow, or my name is Little Suitcase. You know, all
Yeah.
of these rappers that's named Little, they
Yeah.
got that from Lil Wayne.
The
All of
baby.
them are Little Wayne soldiers. They're Little Wayne babies. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Little Wayne at that time, when you talk to most people from this era, and you talk about who's the best artist, aside from Drake, but they're gonna say Little Wayne.
they're going to say Lil Wayne is the greatest rapper of all time. If you talk about this generation, if in this generation, people will say that. Because you gotta remember when Wayne was coming out with the Carter mixtapes, a lot of these new artists were kids just like I was when 50 Cent came out with Get Rich or Die Trying. So that's what they was listening to growing up. And when they grew up, that's who they started listening to, because at that era, that was the man, the leading man in hip hop at that time. And so now they're little this, little that, little this, little that, you know. But that's where I say about individuality. There's too many people who's trying to sound like the next person, because that's what the industry is. If you sound like this person, then you might get a shot. But it's like crazy, because it's like,
but hold on, let me cut you off real fast. You remember back in the day though, I had an artist on here a long time ago, maybe not even a year or so ago, whatever. Shot killer from Camden, New Jersey and shit. He dope artist and shit, man. Artist I looked up to, he's older than me. But he mentioned we had a conversation about similar to what we're talking about now as far as the copying of the artist and whatever. Like, you know, back in the day, he's like, you know, back in the day, you know, if you sounded like somebody else or try to be like somebody else, you was looked at as corny. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but now it's like the thing to be. Like, if you sound like this nigga, that's what it is. Like, oh shit, this nigga hot. No, he not. That nigga a copy. I got a nigga corny as hell. Like, but now it's like this shit, so it's just crazy. But this world is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And that's proof.
It's what it is back then, hip hop was
authentic.
It was authentic, but you didn't have the antics that you have with hip hop now. Almost every rapper now has a gimmick. You know what I'm saying? Back then, there was no artist that really had a gimmick. It was their sound, but they didn't have no shit that come with them. So with this thing it's like, it's the same reason why when we listen, it's the same reason why we listen to it's the same reason how it's like Gorilla Black, right? When Gorilla Black came out, I thought he was hard. He didn't pick up because he not only looked like Big, but he sounded like Big.
Yeah.
You have rappers who admittedly today saying that they have ghostwriters, and it's okay. But they're saying they the best hip hop artists in this time period, or they one of the best ever lyrically, but they don't write their own shit. People has fallen for the gimmicks because people really don't care. It's the same thing like with Rick Ross. You know, Rick Ross, he's a rapper, but he got his whole persona from the real Rick Ross, who's still living.
Artists having people writing for them ain't nothing new. That's all in the game.
It ain't nothing new. But those artists, most of those artists, either one or two things. They didn't want nobody to know that they had somebody writing their rhymes because they know it was a no-no and they would lose a fan base, especially if they was claiming they was the best of all time.
Like Drake, right? Allegedly.
Like, right. Or two, they wouldn't even try to be considered one of the great lyricists. You could still be one of the best hip-hop artists ever and have, you know, ghostwriters. But if you saying you one of the best lyricists ever and you need help with a pen, you're cheating. Like MC Lyte. MC Lyte is one of the founders of female MCs, right? I love MC Lyte.
Yeah, she definitely put the groundwork in.
Right.
Take nothing from that sister. Definitely dope sister. Definitely a dope artist too. You feel what I'm saying? Her time. It's still I still think she dope. I don't know if she's still rapping nothing like that, but just her contribution to hip hop is dope. You know what I mean? To the culture is dope to me.
No doubt. No doubt. But guess what? LL Cool J wrote her verse on the Self-Destruction album.
That's okay.
And that's what I'm saying. So it's not like MC's like going like, I'm the best female MC out here. I could spit and I could do this and do that. But yet you don't write your own raps because you're not in that energy. It's only the artist that I feel that goes out and be trying to like take niggas' heads off lyrically, knowing that you can't even do it yourself. You gotta have somebody to do it.
Yeah, yeah, that
That's
part.
when I be like, nah, you need to be quiet.
Like Drake, I mean, allegedly.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
I'm just,
Allegedly.
I'm just saying, that's why. How you feel about him suing Kendrick Lamar and shit? Him and they beef.
You know what? To be honest with you, I never paid attention to that beef.
Nah,
I
can
don't
dig it.
even know where the shit came from. I never even, to be honest with you, I don't listen to Drake at all, like at all. So any record that he come out with, I can't even tell you. He's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah, he got
Kendrick,
on the radio. Like, oh, who that? Oh, that's Drake.
yeah,
That's how I want to the Drake. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Real
See,
talk.
when I got introduced to Drake early, of course, with Young Money. So when Wayne made Young Money, you know, at that time that consists of him, Drake, Nicki, Tyga, a couple of other niggas. I remember what's his name was in there? Kid that was in G Unit. He was in there. Um Bow Wow, I think, was there for a short time. Like it's crazy. So like that's how I got introduced to him, but I was never a fan like that.
Yeah,
But you know, but as far as like the Kendrick, I was a fan of Kendrick, like the early Kendrick, like when Kendrick first came out,
yeah, me too.
and like a little like that was my joint. But ever since them niggas started battling, I haven't paid attention to either one of them for real, for real. I don't even the song Just Like Us and Not Like Us and everything. I can only tell you the chorus. I only heard the chorus. I don't know the verses. I don't know who we talking about or nothing like that.
You know, I pay attention a little bit only because I got this platform. I got to know. I got to know who these motherfuckers. So many motherfucking artists. I'll be like, who? They be
I'll
like,
be
you
I'll be I'll be
know,
more I'll be more on this. I'll be on the more topics like, yo, can you believe that yesterday was the 22nd anniversary of 50 Cent's debut album Get Rich or Die Trying,
yeah.
and Irv Gotti died on that same day?
Wow, that's crazy. So he did really die. I seen some posts, but it was like mixed answers and shit.
Nah,
Like,
Irv definitely passed away.
damn,
Definitely passed away.
Irv Gotti definitely a dope contributor to the culture. You feel?
Hmm.
So definitely much love out to him and to his family and shit. Then we lost another one. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah,
Early in the year, man. Early in the fucking year.
yeah, 2025 is gonna be interesting, man. Yeah, I really get into politics and like that, but I just would love. Yeah, what you think about what's going on in the world right now? How Mr. Trump is in the house doing all type of shit. He is shutting shit down. This nigga ain't playing.
I got a better idea. Won't you play my record Political Statement? It would explain a lot more. I
Well,
mean,
so
just
that I don't have that, and I typically only play one track and shit, only because
okay, okay,
the
no
shit,
doubt,
the shit. You feel what I'm saying? So
no doubt.
yeah,
But
yeah.
that's actually my
It's
newest.
okay,
That's
I ain't spoiling your ass, Negro.
that
Man.
was.
But what I will do though, is it on YouTube?
It's on YouTube.
Okay, so what I will do, I'll be running another test broadcast tomorrow, so I'll run it on that on tomorrow.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Whatever shit, and I'll just shoot you. I'll shoot you a kite, whatever, let you know when I'm about to air it or whatever. So
I appreciate you. Listen to that record, you'll understand, because like I'm saying a lot of bars in that too, and you'll probably hit me up and be like, I sense a little DMX in this one too.
he was driving this shit.
Yeah.
You heard the little chihuahua come out of me and shit. Fuck.
yo, that's crazy. Like that's what I want. But that's my newest record, Political Statement. It's actually produced by the same producer who made New York Bangers. So his production skills is top notch. Like, his right up my alley and everything. So but as far as like politics go, me personally, I don't get involved in it. I don't vote. I feel like this is because I'm Native American, so being that I'm also mixed with Native American, I hate this politics shit. Like, I hate it. Like, this is literally political Bloods and Crips. I know gangs. Basically, this is exactly what it is. It's political gang banging.
Not this motherfucker.
Right, and it's like, it don't benefit
That motherfucking nigga, like
it don't benefit the people that it needs to benefit, because it's just crazy. You know, politics divides people. You know,
it is.
it divides people. The only time America comes together is when somebody drives a plane through one of the buildings, man.
Yeah, well, you know, sometimes, you know, good things come out of tragedy, out of tragedy. You know, unfortunately, but true. You know what I mean? And you know, I don't know, man. You see disasters happening. You see people being misplaced, even millionaires. So the disasters that's been going on have they not discriminating. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. The disasters, we know that like it's a little bit more than natural disasters, because we also know that
well, I ain't say nothing about natural. I ain't say nothing.
there's people who's controlling like the weather and shit.
I ain't say nothing about natural disasters. I said disasters.
Oh
Because
yeah.
I didn't say natural disasters. I said disasters. So and I'm only saying that because I just feel like, you know, it's a whole lot bigger. But this is not the podcast for that. I just wanted to tap in on, you know what I mean, just your opinion. Just
Wait. Have you noticed like the East Coast, like everything east from the Mississippi was like frost, ice, snowed in. And then over on the West Coast, everybody's being burnt up in the fire.
Hey man, it's a lot going on.
It's
Man,
crazy, yo.
a lot
It's
going on.
crazy.
You gotta pay attention. Pay attention to your surroundings. You gotta
Yeah.
pay what's up in the sky. Talking about go put that movie out. Talking about don't look up. Nah, nigga, I'm looking the fuck up. Fuck out. Get the fuck out of this motherfucking sky.
Yo, it's like them pranks. You know, they always say, you know, when a black person see another black person run, or just see anybody run in general, we running just because we see them running, because we don't know what the fuck they running from. You know what I'm saying? Soon as we see a motherfucker, pew, who the fuck is he running from? Let me get up the fuck out of here, yo. Like, yo.
Out of this motherfucker. So let me ask you, as an independent artist, would you sign to a major label? My bad. Would you sign to a major label if given the opportunity, or would you prefer to stay independent and like fuck it? I'm gonna hit this motherfucking shit running. Like fuck it, I'm doing it myself.
If the deal's right, you know, if you know, if my manager negotiated a great deal and I see that there's room for growth, actually, the only thing that a major label can do for you, for real, is distribution. Anything else, you can get a team to do stuff for you, you know, promotions, you know, and other stuff. But as far as distributing, they're the only one that can do that wholeheartedly. But I would say, for real, just stay independent, because for one, all the money that you earn is your money. You don't have to break it down to anybody else, or you got to worry about, you know.
I kind of disagree with you because you know, when you get signed with a label, they can give you that mass promotion that you need. You know, not distribution. Like you can really distribute. You can distribute it on your own, but you still need to promote it. That's just like a lot of people now. They distribute their music on all these platforms now, Spotify and all that shit, but it's just sitting there. If you don't promote it, you know what I'm saying, or somebody's happened to trickle along on your page because it came up, you know, as suggested or something like that. You know what I mean? You know, you still have to promote the page or you're not gonna get no streams. You know
Yeah, but those promotions that you get, you gotta realize when they put you on, they give artists advances. So when they put you on, your record sales has to pay back that advance that they give you for your stuff. So even if they giving you promotions and everything like that, you still got to go out and you got to promote on your own and work with the best possible people to make it work for you. It's
that, but this is my thing. The whole purpose of getting that is because you don't have the money to get that mass promotion. You understand what I'm saying? So unless you spending money, you still got to spend money on ads and all that. And that budget is big. I'm a promoter. I do all different type of things. So the budget is big. So if I'm dealing with a label, it's only to utilize their promotion because they got the money. You understand what I'm saying?
What you think of?
They gonna hold on. Let me finish. They gonna promote me to the point where it's though. First and foremost, they not giving me no deal unless they see potential with me. You know, they ain't just no money out to no motherfucking body. You understand what I'm saying? Already got a following. I'm already doing my thing. That's how they coming for. That's how they coming for cats right now. They watching artists. They want to see what type of work you doing right now on your own. That's what the artists get messed up. They want to see what you're doing on your own as far as social media because it's at your hands. You understand what I'm saying? So no excuse by your music or your bio. You should be on online magazines that's relevant to doing all different type of things. Forums, you should be in all different type of things as far as putting your music out there so that they'll be able to find you. This is what these A&Rs and these labels are looking for. They want to see you established. That's the only way gonna give you. That's the only way they're gonna give you a deal. So even if it's a distribution deal, you feel what I'm saying? Like the distribution deal is exactly what they say it is. But if you get a different deal, whereas though they offering, like you said, a good deal. If they offering promotion, okay, cool. You know what I mean? You still got to negotiate, whereas though you not fucked. If sales don't, you know what I mean, this and that or whatever, you know what I mean, come back whereas though, because you can make all the show money yours. If you selling good and they promote you how they supposed to promote you, like they promote you Drake, how they promote like a big artist. I'm talking about somebody, I ain't talking about no mediocre artist, an artist that they really think is about to blow up and shit. They put that money behind you, but you recoup that. You using all the money that they use on promotion, going. You gonna put your name out there, something you couldn't do on your own. Now you can have arenas filled up. And you can eat that money. That's all your money now because your sales from the records that blew up, from the promotion from the label, is what got you all that. You know what I mean? All that fan base now on a wider base that you can do on your own. I just don't think an artist on their own can do it unless they got a big budget or a big team. You understand what I'm saying? To be just
and that's true, but you also got to think of it at the end of the day. What are you really doing it for? Because everything that you said is right, but that's for the right now money. I'm talking about when you go and you do these deals and they own your masters. There's big artists today that still don't own their masters from the record company that they was with 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's the big thing is.
I was responding to what you said. It would have to be a deal that I'm okay with. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm responding to that. I'm not speaking overall, but as far as generally speaking, if you're gonna get a deal, you definitely want a deal that's suitable for you.
For you, yup.
I mean, for you as that independent artist. You know what I mean? As an individual. I mean, you understand what I'm saying? So yeah. That pretty much goes without saying. I'm just saying, you feel. I was just commenting on what you said as far as like you don't need them for promotion. I'm just like, nah, you would use them because that's what you need them for. It's like them fronting you a key. All right, let me get this go blow up real fast. Flip this couple more times. You know, boop, boop, boop. It's like as far as long term, you just use them to promote you throughout the world, not just state, not just in your state, not just as far
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? Not just as far as you as an independent artist. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not just like I ain't never been an independent. I'm an independent artist as well. I just think that if I was to be able to get a deal that's suitable for me, you feel what I'm saying? And I know that I'm not robbed from my masters. I know I'm gonna own my masters. I'm gonna own everything. You understand what I'm saying? And I just think what's the dude that just got signed? What is it? I don't want to say his name and shit like that or whatever, but I was talking about him another joint or whatever. Like he corny as hell, but he got like a guaranteed $8 million from the rep. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I wonder who that is.
They changed the game. I think he a basketball player. So he an athlete though. He an athlete, but yeah, it's some song and motherfuckers like that song corny as hell. Nigga just got $8 million. He straight up, like regardless if he's selling or not, like that nigga just got $8 million off the rip, and something. His deal was nice. His deal was nice.
But you see, that's funny you say that because when I was over at my dad's, we was just watching before I left. We was watching like a little documentary on MC Hammer, and they was talking about how people were saying how he was corny, his music was corny, but he was outselling all of these big artists out there. But people would still say, he's corny, man. Just because he was positive, man, and he danced around.
Yep. people like entertainment, like you said. You know, they got something to come with it and shit, like a little act that come with it, a gimmick. You were saying earlier, like a little gimmick was the pants and the dancing. You feel what I'm saying? So
Right.
I'm different. You had other artists that dance too, but not like Hammer. You know, like
Nah.
you feel what I'm saying?
Remember, Tupac was a backup dancer before he was Tupac.
I could believe it.
He was I don't know, you probably heard of Digital Underground.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, he was the backup dancer. That's where
Dancing,
yeah,
chance the
he was in the Humpty dance dancing with the sex doll, I think. If you look at the music video, he's in the back dancing with the sex doll.
dancing with the sex doll. Oh
I'm
shit.
telling you, you gotta watch that. You gotta watch that the Humpty Hump dance, you know, do the Humpty Hump.
Yeah.
That was like that's when Tupac first got his start, was with Digital Underground. And then that's when he came out with his first album, Tupacalypse. And it had the song, same song that was Tupac featuring, you know, Shock G and Digital Underground. And then that's when he came out with I Get Around, Still Clown with the Underground. You know that song, you know. So
Yeah.
everybody gotta start, you know. Everybody gotta start.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Most definitely put the soak up all opportunities, man. And like I said, it's just with social media literally at your hands. It's really no excuse if you believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying? I
You're
tell
right.
everybody push, you know what I mean? Push. I always try to inspire and motivate people, not only just through my words, but by how I move too. You feel what I'm saying? I got a podcast. I got to promote my podcast. I do a lot. It's a lot because it's only me. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to hire some motherfuckers from over the other seas that work for like $4 an hour, $2 an hour and shit. Have them handle all this shit for me because it's a lot. You know what I mean? And I run businesses too, so you know what I mean. It's a lot,
Word.
but it's all about balancing though. It's all about balancing and pushing. It's all about balancing and pushing. Making things happen and staying consistent and shit, man. You know what I mean? So let me ask you, what's your opinion on the current state of hip hop and where it's headed?
I mean, that's an ill question to ask. It's definitely in a state. I just don't know what state it is. It could be in a state of emergency. I don't know what it is, but all I just know is that I think we had about 2 years, 1 to 2 years, that hip hop did not win no Grammy or no award for anything. No hip hop artists have done anything. So I feel like this is the time for new artists like myself to come in because nobody's really making a noise for themselves. I mean,
Yeah.
you got like little blow ups here and here, but you don't have people that's really running the game. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And I think it's time for the underground artists to take that position, you know, because we're tired of listening to the same bullshit. We're tired of listening to new artists that sounds like the artist that just came out a month ago. You know, it's just we need a change. We need something. We need new topics. We need R&B singers that can actually sing and not just rap too. We need rappers that can actually just rap and not sing too. You
Yeah.
know, everybody can't be a Drake. Everybody, you know, we need to make hip hop again. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's different genres of hip hop, you know, but I think we need to build our core. Our core, if we build the core, the foundation strong enough, I think it's going to stand, you know, of course, again to the test of time. But that takes a lot of talented artists that's willing to put in the work, put in the business, make new business ventures, and set up for the new generation of music and a new generation of thinkers. Because right now, hip hop is stagnant. Right now, hip hop is real stagnant. So it's going to take the new generation and underground artists to get up out of that for real, for real. Let us in.
Most definitely. Most definitely. So let me ask you, how do you connect with your audience, both online and in person?
Okay, so when I'm at work, the funny thing is I have a lot of Latino fan base.
Yeah.
We talking like I got a little Puerto Rican in me, so I got Boricuas, the Dominicanos, Colombianos, people from Guatemala, you know, all of them that come at my job. I work at Home Depot, so you know, there's a lot of them that come in. So there's times where I'm doing my job and the customers will come up and start playing my music as, you know, I'm working, you
Yeah.
know, and I tell people I when the shirts that I wear that got my face on them and advertising, you know, my records that I put out, and I got like my album cover or my single cover on a shirt, and people ask me, "Oh, that's your face on there." And that's when I tell them who I am. Then they look me up, come in the store, play the music. And it's just how it happens to me all the time. It's like when you a celebrity and you just now getting used to people coming up and recognizing you. You know what I'm saying? Online, you know, people they check me out all the time. You know, like I said, TikTok, I have where I have the most heaviest traffic at, and they see the videos. People get mesmerized by the videos that I put out because you know they're dope, and you know, the interviews that I do on podcasts, I get a lot of people who watch them and they like what I speak about. They like, you know, the topics of my music. They like my music, period. So they go and they follow me and, you know, they just, you know, anticipate the next record that comes from me.
That's what's up. That's dope, man. That's dope. That's dope. Have you ever had a moment where a fan's reaction to your music really stuck with you?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh shit. I just had to kill a spider real quick.
Oh shit.
Exterminator. But yeah, all right, so I remember I was going shopping for my grandfather.
Yeah.
And I went to Walmart and I went to the deli to go get him some lunch meat, and there was like a young girl who was behind the deli. I didn't recognize her, but she recognized me.
Yeah.
Come to find out, she is actually a friend of my little sister. And she told me that when they were young, I used to drive them around. My sister, you know, had little girls have her girlfriends, big brother drive them all around, this, that, and the third. And as I was driving them, I was playing some of my records that I had recorded a long time ago. So at this time, I'm recording in the basement and I'm remixing, you know, songs that I done and other songs and freestyles, and I got them all on a CD like a mixtape, and I'm playing them. And I must have played them while I was driving them around, and she remembered it. And she asked me, she said, are you still rapping? And I'm like, yeah, you know, I got a couple new joints out, this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
And she was like, all right, let me see your YouTube. So she finds me on YouTube. She was like, when you come back around, I'm gonna tell you, you know, what I think. I was like, all right. I didn't make it back around. I was in another part of the store, so I went out a different part. But when I got home, I ended up looking and I had a new comment. And the comment, it wasn't from that girl, but it was actually from this dude who worked side by side, you know, with her in the deli. It was this young white guy.
Yeah.
And he commented and he listened to 1990ish. And he commented right on the YouTube thing and he was like, yo, this is different. I never heard nobody in Pittsburgh, you know, rap like this or sound like this. This is dope, yo. Like, yo, big ups for real. And it stuck with me because, like I said before, when I used to talk to certain promoters, a lot of promoters would be like, you got to connect with the kids. You got to connect with the kids. I said, well, I'm not talking no dumb shit, but this kid right here got what I was saying.
Yeah.
Why? Because he was interested. I said, with kids, you know, like I said, you don't got to do anything or change your style to connect with the kids, because if the kid's gonna look for it, they're gonna look for it. You know what I'm saying? So being that he seen me at Walmart and I'm talking to his coworker and he knows that I'm a rapper, he's listening and he's like, I'm interested. Then when he heard, whoa, he can really rap. Okay, now I'm interested. Now I just got a young person listening to classic hip hop, and it's not even classic hip hop, it's contemporary hip hop with just the classic hip hop, you know, style.
Yeah.
So boom, that stuck with me. So now I always keep that in my head, and I'm like, nah, keep doing what you're doing. Some people gonna get it, some people ain't.
That part.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Shit. So what upcoming projects or collaborations are you excited about or working on at the moment?
I'm actually going to be in a TV series. It's called One Mic, produced by Coralie White. Shout out to him.
Okay.
There's a lot of big names in the TV series. If you know Dipset, if you know anything about Dipset, you know Joel Santana's in the movie, in the TV series. If you know anything about Onyx, the rap group Onyx, from Queens, New York, you know the da 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 da. They in the building. Fredro Starr and Sticky
Yeah.
Fingers. Blueface is in it.
Okay.
You got Benzino that's in it. You got Crip Mac that's in it. You know, a lot of big names is in the TV series. So I'm
Okay.
performing 1990-ish in that too. And there's also a scene to where I'm actually performing like in like an actual venue.
Okay.
And it's me and my cousin and everything like that. So I'm very excited about that.
That's what's
Um I'm excited about my new record that I'm coming out with called Happy Birthday Hip Hop. You know, it's definitely ill, produced by Sonny Brasco, my engineer. What's up? Um, I also got another record that I'm happy about. It's called Indigenous Nation. It's a record that's a celebration for the indigenous people of the Americas. We talking about Native Americans here.
okay.
So like this is the type of record like I make records for the people. Like I'm a hip hop artist. So um my whole thing is the type of knowledge that you would get by going to college for 2 years, 4 years, or if you decide to go to graduate school. I would want you to listen to my record and acquire the same type of knowledge you would get by going to school. Like this is education that we're talking about. So
Yeah.
when I tell people, I say, you know, the difference between me and other rappers is in my records, I'm actually spitting some like knowledge here. And you could check it because, you know, when I come out with these records, I could put my sites and all the places that I did my research at. I could post that up right on anywhere. So if anybody want to check the information, they could, you know.
Facts.
So, you know, that's the whole thing that I'm doing. I just want to educate people.
That's what's up. That's what's up. You got any upcoming shows though?
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. It's in the beginning of the year, so I'm still trying to see what's going on. I really would love to perform for Juneteenth this year.
Okay.
Any Juneteenth promotion. I think Power to My People would definitely be fitting, very fitting for it.
Yeah.
So I would love to go and do Summer Jam. So I'm working on this. Me and my management team, we working on it for this summer or this
Uh,
year, whatever.
That's what's up. That's what's up. God definitely push, man. Definitely got a dope team. That she definitely got you up on the podcast. Freaky
Yeah.
Deaky, aka that motherfucking snacks, Thirsty Thursdays, Freaky Fridays, man. You already know what it is, man. We coming to a close though and shit, man. Let me ask you and shit, yo, before we get up out of here. Where do you see yourself in 5 years as an artist?
I see myself teaching the world, yo. Uniting the black and brown people, giving people self-esteem in their music. Like I want I want the black people to be black people again. I want the brown people to be brown people again. You know, I want, you know, to see my brothers and sisters help each other. You know, we're going through turbulent times right now. You know, a lot of Latino brothers is getting deported, even though they're Native Americans, and it's actually the United States that invaded them, not the other way around.
For
So, you know, I just want to create that safe haven, you know. So I just see myself being like the professor of hip hop, you know, sort of like KRS-One. You know what I'm saying?
okay, no doubt. You compare yourself to him, to KRS-One?
I met him. And I met him in college. And the crazy thing about it is,
Do you compare yourself to KRS-One?
do I compare? No, I
No.
don't compare myself to KRS-One, but I would like to be somebody like KRS-One because when you think of KRS-One, KRS-One's name is what? Knowledge reigns supreme over everyone. That's what KRS-One means.
Okay.
And being that KRS-One is the type of hip hop artist that you would go to and seek knowledge from, That's the type of artist that, you know, I want to be. And the funny thing about it is, my favorite rapper is 50 Cent. He's one of my top favorite
Yeah, I
artists.
know you done mentioned him about 5 times. I was down and down.
Nah. But check this out. Just check this out. Check this out. 50 is one of my top, and 50 has mentioned in many interviews that KRS-One is his favorite.
Yeah.
So imagine meeting your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It hits different. And then when I heard KRS-One speak, he speaks with such eloquence. You know, he actually made me level up as an artist. As an artist, you probably notice there's certain times where you kind of gain, you leveled up as an artist, like as being a lyricist, to the pen to the pad, you might got better on your delivery, you might got better on your bars, you might got better on your hooks. Certain times in an artist's career, they can remember certain times where they felt themselves getting better as an artist. And when I met KRS-One in college, that was one of those times where I felt like, if you ever watched Dragon Ball Z or anything like that, remember when Krillin and Gohan went to Namek and they got their hidden powers elevated? Huh?
I said my son was watching that shit. My son is a Dragon Ball Z.
Yo, that's that 90s baby. That's what I'm talking about, yo. So it's like that little scenario, those two characters went to go see an elder, and the elder went and gave them uplifted their hidden powers that within that they didn't even know they had. He unlocked some power. So by me seeing and speaking to KRS-One and hear him speak, it unlocked something from me as an artist, and I became better. So, you know, that's the type of person I want to be, like, as an artist that kicks knowledge and wants to teach people, you know, about it. Because we learn everything through music. We learn the ABCs through the A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You know, so it's easy.
Facts. So what advice would you give to up and coming artists trying to make it for themselves?
First off,
or should I say make a name for themselves?
I would say, first off, for real, if you decide if you want to be a rapper or an artist, two different things. If you want to be an artist, know that you have to have your music license. If you're in the United States, that's BMI, ASCAP, Canada, OSCAN, wherever at and around the world, you just look that up and see whatever music license is in your country, and you get hooked up with that. Also have your publishing license so you can publish your works by yourself. Also try to set up a business account in an LLC with a bank, so all the money that you have can go directly into one single account. And, you know, just be about your business, you know, learn about the business as much as you can. Like we said before, the music is the easy part, but the business is the majority of the part. And there's a lot of talented artists that are so talented, but they got screwed over by the system because they didn't know what was going on behind closed doors. You know, and it's unfortunate. You know, it'd be the biggest artists we know. Everybody knows they record, but they're not getting paid for it, or the people's whole
notoriety. That's it. They get notoriety.
Right. That's it. You a glorified karaoke singer. You know, you a glorified karaoke singer. That's all you are. So, you know, please, any artist out there, please make it work for yourself. Just because you make records, you record records and everything, there's a lot of work that's got to be done. Even the big time artists, they still got to work, and they on point, they on top, and they still got to conduct business and know what's going on and everything. So all the other artists, please know the business. Try to know the business.
Definitely, man. I want to thank you again for coming on the podcast and shit, man. Real talk, but definitely a dope, interesting interview and shit. You know, shit, we burned up on 4 hours and shit, so definitely core and shit, man. Definitely enjoyed the conversation, man.
Of course.
Shit. All I can say to you is just keep on pushing, man. I love the music, man. I love the message. I love the concept around the type of artist that you are projecting. To put in, as far as the energy being put out and shit, man. Because we definitely we definitely need to change fucking trajectory in
We
the
do.
fucking game. It's just it got us losing our young men and
Mm-hmm.
our women that lost their damn mind. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
You got women my age. I'm 46. You got women my age. You feel what I'm saying? Out here trying to be 20 years old and shit. Nah, baby girl, you know them years is gone. Nigga, that shit still 20-year-old is shit.
You know what, you find that in every generation. The thing about it is we try to hold on to youth, but the thing about it is as we get older, it's not like with women, like it's not really about how you look, it's about how you carry yourself in the confidence that makes you sexy. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing that I get. Like I remember talking to my coworker, and we was talking about and her. We was talking about my wife, and we was talking about how we first met and everything. And I was telling her, I said she's 16 years older than me, and I said I always loved older women because most older women, they're very, very confident. They're confident about who they are, and they know what they want. They're some of them are less toxic than their younger counterparts, you know. So a lot of them, the ones that I dealt with, a lot of them, they, you know, was already in a time in their life that's like, okay, this is what I want. I don't have no time for games. And plus my mentality, yeah, experience. And then my mentality is older too. So it also matches. So you'll get like uh a young woman or a mature woman who's attracted to a younger man, but because the things that he stands by, the things that he talks about, the things that he goes by is much older. Yeah, so it goes in. And because we have, how many years have we had young women being with older men?
I mean, that's what older men love. Older men
Right.
love.
Older men love, you know, younger women. So, but we also have, there's also, you know, a backstory that's not talked about a lot, and that's, you know, the older women with younger men. And that's becoming more prominent because you got to think in today's generation, you could be a grandma at 30.
It happens.
It happens. So you mean to tell me just because your kid had a kid that you less attractive because you a grandma? Nah.
Hey,
You
that's young mind thinking right there. That to me that's young mind thinking. But before we start tripping off onto another comment, man, to another topic and all that, man, we going up on 2 hours. I need to get up off. I got things to do. You feel me? I got a family to tend to. Again, I appreciate you for coming on the platform, man. Tell everybody where they can find your music at, man, and make sure y'all check them out and shit, man. Then we gonna get up out of here and shit. Thanks again
you
for
could
platform shit. Y'all already know, man. Freaky Dick, one and only tall, skinny, and bony would it be like homie, aka that motherfucking Snacks, bring y'all the dope ass artist and shit. RapSTARR. Let them know where they can find you at, bro.
Yo, you can find me everywhere, man. My music, you can find me on Spotify. Just type in RapSTARR, RapSTARR. I gotta spell it out. You know, because you know what? When you search RapSTARR, sometimes it will search up like Polo G RapSTARR. So sometimes you just gotta type in like my name and then the song name. So RapSTARR 1990 ish. Um, Same thing with any other thing like iHeart, iTunes, iRadio, all the radio stations out there, Pandora, freaking Shazam. Just, you know, hit RapSTARR. My Instagram, you can find me at it's Rap to the Star Music. So that's ITSRAP, the number 2 THESTARR. That's it's Rap to the Star. It's the same thing on TikTok, on YouTube. It's Rap to the Star Music. It's just all what I just said. Just put a music at the end. The TV series that I'm going to be in that's coming out soon is called One Mic. It's going to be released on Tubi, so check out for that. I got a Twitter, it's RapSTARR 412, RapSTARR 412. Facebook, RapSTARR, aka Hurricane Cam, and that's about it. You know.
All right, man. Again, man, thank you again for coming on the platform. Y'all make sure y'all check them out on all platforms. Correct spelling is RapSTARR. So y'all make sure you check the boy out. Y'all check Star out and shit, man. And y'all make sure y'all stay tuned to shit, man. Got another dope beat coming up for y'all, man. Dope artists and shit. Always going to continue on bringing y'all some dope artists on here. We gonna keep pushing, man. I ask y'all do the same thing and shit. Hit that like button, hit that share button on whatever platform you watching this on right now, man. If it's on Roku and all that shit, just save the broadcast and shit. Make sure y'all check us out. We gonna keep this shit going and shit, man. Thank you again, bro. We out this bitch.
Appreciate you.
All right.